Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I'd like to share how I have added die cut felt leaves to my project. I have a package here of regular craft felt that I got from not the craft store but from the big box store. Any kind of felt will do. I chose 3 neutral colors that would go with an autumn theme card, and I'm running them through the Big Shot die cut machine 3 times. That's a pass through, a pass back, and then a pass back through again. 3 times should be enough to make a nice cut into the felt. I did not change anything about the sandwich that I prepared for the Big Shot machine. You know what I mean by a sandwich, right? That's the cutting plate, then it would be the paper or the fabric, then the die, and then a top plate. It's just a normal standard, and the felt did not present any problem when it was going through the machine. To add color and shading interest, I'm using a Q-tip with my regular ink pads. I could use a sponge dauber or a sponge, however, I don't want to have any fibers from the felt left over on anything that would go on a paper project. Q-tips or cotton swabs are a really easy way to get the job done, and I can toss them in the trash when I'm finished. I'm using a couple of different colors that are going to enhance the color of the felt, but not completely mask it. I would like to show an undertone with a bit of a highlights and a rustic look. Nothing fancy here, just adding a little bit something different to make a card really special. I'm using the Painted Harvest stamp set and Painted Autumn Designer Series paper to carry through the autumn theme of this project. All of the little leaves are going to be stacked on top of one another and adhered together with tear and tape, and I'm going to tie a mini sequin trim bow around the stems. Tear and tape is a very strong adhesive, and it will help all of those fibers grab together and stay on the project. I have no worries that the leaves will come away from the card. To do something a little different with my sentiment, instead of having a banner attached directly to the card front, I decided to make it look like a tag that hangs off of the leaves. More tear and tape is going to help everything stay together on this project. I used a regular hole punch. You can use a different size and cover it up with the little acorns. The hole's not going to show on the end product. More tear and tape on the foundation leaf that's on the back is going to hold this little cluster of leaves down to my card. Sometimes tear and tape is a little difficult to remove the backing piece, but it just reminds me of how strong this adhesive is. I'm going to trim down some of the little bow threads and make this all fit together so that it can be mailed in a regular sized envelope. To add to the tag and to cover up the hole that's punched, I've created 2 acorns from the same stamp set, and one is a first generation of ink and the second is a lighter generation of ink. That will just make them stand apart from one another. For the inside of the card, I'm going to add another acorn, as these are the little eye grabbers, the attention getter on this project. There's a lot of texture here, and I think it's going to be a very big surprise when someone receives this card in the mail. Thank you for joining me for another card making tutorial. All of the supplies I've used are listed here in the video description underneath my video. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate your support. Thanks again for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.